Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And you never worked, right? Right? You always stayed home with the
I
kids.
always stayed home.
Well, you had your hands full.
I always stayed home, and
7 kids.
I worked in a little secondhand charity store for a few years just to do something.
Yeah.
To get some money in Social Security. He had to get some money in, you know.
Right. Pay in to get out.
Yeah, so he said, you got to get a little job and get some money. Put a quarter in. Anyway,
That's great.
that's the only time I worked.
Wow. This house got a ton. I mean, how old was Marianne when you guys moved in here?
Marianne was, we lived in the 50s. Oh, let me see. She was born in, Marianne was born, I was married in 38. She was born in 1939, I think.
Oh, you guys.
Yeah, she was born in 1939. And she was, I guess a teenager. I think she was in high school.
Okay.
Yes, she was. She went to the Hyde Park High School.
Now, did she used to help you out too when you were,
No.
when you had all this stuff to do?
No, I don't know. Kids never did a lot. No, my mother was a big help. She was a big...
When she was here in the summers.
She was here, yeah. And when they lived upstairs, too, when they came back and stayed then, they lived upstairs, and she'd come down.
That's cool. So
Yeah.
at one point they stopped going to Los Angeles.
They
then.
stopped going, yeah.
And they just stayed.
So,
Oh, that's cool. That's gotta be a lot of fun.
yeah.
Now, who was now when you had 5 kids in here, plus your mom and your dad, did you
Yeah.
ever feel like cramped,
Yeah.
or did you ever feel?
It was always like 10 of us in this house, you know. It was like 10 people. Oh, no. You know, that was common. Big families were common then. And the people down the street, 2 doors down, Wellman's, they had a big family, and all our kids all grew up together. Any of the Zeffs that were there today, they lived down the street. All their kids grew up with my kids. And this was a lot of Catholic people in this area.
Yeah.
Because they had a big Catholic church there and one up there. And well, they've all dwindled down. There's not that many anymore.
Yeah. Well, you said the church is
Yeah.
might not even be there anymore.
No. They've combined quite a few, like 3 in 1, you know, because there's just not enough people, not enough money.
Yeah.
Don't know what's going to, if it wasn't for the bingo down there, which contributes about $70,000 a year towards the school,
Wow.
there would be no way to pay the teachers.
Wow.
So you got to depend on bingo to run that parish.
Wow.
It's sad.
Oh. BINGO.
Yeah. Big game. A lot of people go down here and play. And,
I bet.
yeah. It is a nice game, and they give pretty good money away. And they sell these extra tickets they call rip-offs, or I don't know what they call them. I don't go. Anyway, they'll go around. They'll have a box about this big, and it has maybe 100 tickets or something. And they'll go around in the audience while you're playing bingo and sell them $1 a piece, you know. And whole families. Now, a lot of them are black people who go down and do the gambling. And maybe, 10 of them from like a family or a couple families, they'll buy the whole box. And there's going to be a couple big winners in that. They're always the winners. Well, they pay the money out, but they win the money back.
Right.
See? You got to hand it to them. They are gamblers.
They know what they're doing. Now, girl, what did you like about having a big family? Because this was a big family, 10 people in this house.
Yeah, 10 people.
What did you like about it?
I think we had a lot of fun, you know, and the kids were good. My kids were good, and it was just daily. You get up and get them ready to go to school, and you'd wash and iron or cook or clean or something, and never did a lot of sitting down, I'll tell you. But it was nice, and especially holidays, you know.
Yeah.
Of course, when there was school, you had to worry about school, but
What were Christmases like with that many people?
it was fun. Christmas was fun, yeah. I know we used to shop like for months, and I used to hide stuff, you know, and I'd forget I even had it. Christmas would come and go, and I would forget to put that stuff out. Always had a big Christmas.
Oh, that's good. When would you guys start shopping?
Well, maybe in October.
Oh, wow.
October, November, you start shopping, you know. And,
Where would you shop for everybody?
well, there were no malls
Yeah.
then.
Right.
You either had to go downtown, or in our little community here had several shops, like dress shops, shoe stores.
Mm-hmm.
We had 3 shoe shops here in Madisonville, and 2 clothing stores, big ones, and 3 supermarkets or markets, you know, grocery markets, a post office, and a ice cream place, and 2 drugstores. 1 drugstore on this corner, 1 drugstore on that corner, and they all did business, you know. But there was a lot of people and a lot of big families.
Yeah.
So you see, but when they dwindle down, well, good, business is gone.
Yeah.
There's 1 grocery uptown, 1 little grocery. There's no bank, that's gone. No shoe stores and no clothing stores. And there's a post office.
Come on, have a seat, Dad. Come on.
What's that?
Come and have a seat if you want.
I can, sure.
Doing some storytelling.
We even had a theater here in Madisonville, a movie. Just cost a dime to get in.
Could you bring the whole family?
No, not, well, I was a kid then.
Oh.
And we'd go on Sunday afternoon, spend all Sunday afternoon, or even during the week, a dime to go in and see a movie. 10 cents. 25 cents for grown-ups.
Oh.
10 cents for a kid to go see a movie.
I like the dime.
Can you imagine at 10 cents?
Oh, so many now.
10 cent, I was telling you about the movie house we had up here, and it was only a quarter for grown-ups and 10 cents for kids.
Yeah, do you remember about when you guys first moved in here?
No, I don't know what. You say that again.
Do you remember when you first moved into this house?
Oh, yeah.
He was in grade school.
Because Grandma was just telling me how.
Third grade. I
Yeah,
was in 3rd grade.
3rd grade,
Yeah.
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 And what room did you have?
Harry and Butchie slept in the attic, didn't you?
That's right.
We called it the attic. The 3rd floor was the attic, you know. It's all finished. It's, you know, it's a finished room, 2 of them, and I'd go up to call them some morning. There'd be somebody else's kids sleeping up there with them.
You guys used to have all your friends going?
Well, yeah, they come up. He'd stay all night. Oh God! Remember Hurley's?
Oh, yeah.
He'd always come and
Hurley's.
stay.
It
Oh,
was a great family.
great family. Yeah, I tell you, it was fun. That was fun.
This guy had
Yeah.
Marie Hurley. She had the brothers there, Danny, Pat, John, and these guys are like all divorced. There was Eddie also,
Yeah.
and he was the biggest. And John was the handsome man.
Was he?
He looked like something of like movies and he put
Sure.
this stuff in his hair like pomade, but he looked, and he always has a mustache. But Ed was like, God, he was like amazing. And Tim Hurley.
Yeah, Tim. I remember Tim.
Yeah, and they all lived there, and and he had two kids lived there, Michael and Cheryl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that now. See,
I
I
used to call
forgot
her
now.
Cookie, was her nickname to her kids. But this poor woman had this mob.
Yeah.
There was coal furnaces in those places.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shove it in, man.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And if it's like winter times, they'd go in the basement, and Patty would, the grate, he would like break this down,
You shake the
Then
grate,
puts-
yeah,
yeah.
for the ashes to go down.
Damn, it's getting cold.
But
And
that's-
Patty was like drank. Yeah. And so did Danny.
What did you really?
John did too. They all did. They were bad. funny people though.
Now, see, they remember the families because they went to school with them. And I was more of a stay-at-home. I don't remember a lot of these families, you know, and just like Greg, you know.
Right.
Greg.
Yeah.
Now, see, Henry, their name. They used to live up around the corner up at the Henrys, and
Yeah.
I couldn't remember their mother and dad at all.
But did you get to know the kids' grandma when they would
Got
come
to
over?
know some of them, yeah. And then one year for Christmas, we bought a pool table and put it in the basement. And every night every day they'd come home from school, bring half the school with them. They'd all go down there and play pool till supper time. Then they'd go home, and they'd go home.
And the place had this house rules because the heating piping was like right under this bag.
Yeah. Air ducts. The air ducts are real low.
You take a pull, hit that bang.
You're
Remember, it's house rules.
What were the house rules back then? Do you remember?
Something about if they had hit a table that they had to like, then you had to stop. You don't hit the stick. Something else.
Don't hit the.
So that's a house rule. If you do that, then you lost your shot. You know,
Yeah.
next.
Cold air ducts.
There's all kinds of games about it.
They'd come down and they'd call up and say, "It's my son out there playing pool."
So you guys definitely had like house rules for this house then. Like there was a set order to things then, huh?
Well, you used to make them up.
They didn't fight or nothing, you know. It was just all kids, you know, and really. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that was fun. Oh, yeah, I remember that.